Thanks, Reyes. Good morning. It is 7 o'clock on the dot. A 54-year-old man has now been formally charged with the murder in the 2-week-old disappearance of a Calgary boy and his grandparents. Calgary police say Douglas Garland has been officially charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in relation to the deaths of Catherine and Alvin Lickness and 1 count of second-degree murder in the death of Nathan O'Brien. Police are calling the missing persons case a triple homicide, even though the victims' bodies have not been recovered. Police say the evidence collected has led officers to believe the 3 are dead. Garland is scheduled to appear back in court on Wednesday.
Anytime there's a homicide of this magnitude, we would be remiss if we didn't look at every file that we have outstanding. At this point in time, there are only those charges that relate to this file.
The leader of a Surrey Sikh temple is behind bars this morning, accused of attacking his wife. Baldev Kalsi is charged with aggravated assault. The 66-year-old was taken into custody Sunday at his home on 32nd Avenue. His wife was found there in critical condition, and she remains on life support in hospital. Due to the severity of her injuries, homicide investigators are handling this case. Kalsi is the president of Brookside Sikh Temple in Surrey. Those who worship there expressed shock at the news last night.
It's a big shock for the society and the community as a whole, because we've been operating here in Surrey, and the people are coming from all walks of life. Even kids from the school kids come in here, so it really puts me in a shocking mode, like exactly like. I can't even explain in the words how much I'm hurt about this incident.
Kalsi is being held in custody and expected back in Surrey Provincial Court tomorrow. Alcohol may have led to the drowning of a man at Cultus Lake in Chilliwack last night. RCMP were called to the area around 6:30 after the man's friends reported him missing when he didn't resurface from the water. His name and age have not been released. Surrey family is without a home this morning after an overnight fire. Emergency crews were called to this large 2-story home at 102nd Avenue and 143A Street at around 1 o'clock this morning. When they arrived, flames were coming out from all sides of the home. Crews were able to get the fire under control, and luckily no one was injured. The cause of the fire is now under investigation. You are literally being nickeled and dimed on the Golden Ears Bridge today as tolls go up 5 to 15 cents, depending on the type of vehicle you drive. Greg Harper connects with us now live from Maple Ridge with more. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Well, if you use the Golden Ears Bridge, you will notice some new numbers on your next bill. If you have a transponder and drive a car, it will now cost you $3.05 per trip to cross the Golden Ears Bridge. That's a jump from $3. If you're a pay-as-you-go customer, it will now cost you $4.30 per trip. This is a 1.5% increase that starts today. TransLink says it's to match the rate of inflation. The tolls, which pay for the building, operating, and maintenance on the Golden Ears Bridge, are increasing from 5 to 15 cents today, this depending on the type of vehicle that you drive.
We've been having steady growth in traffic volume on the bridge. We're now seeing around 32,000 crossings per day, about 11 or 12 million crossings a year. So this bridge is being well used, and there is continued traffic growth on the bridge. We don't find that this consumer price index annual change affects the volumes on the bridge. We're seeing a steady increase year to year. Year to date in 2014, we're about 4 to 5% higher than last year.
The only users who are spared here are those who ride motorcycles. Those who have registered, that toll remains the same. It'll still cost you $1.50 to travel across the bridge on a motorcycle. Jody?
All right, thanks so much. Greg Harper crunching the toll numbers out at Golden Ears Bridge this morning. Thanks, Greg. They have the boats, now they just need the terminals. Plans for a passenger ferry linking Nanaimo to downtown Vancouver are a little closer to becoming a reality. A terminal lease agreement has been secured with the City of Nanaimo. The decision came down during a meeting at City Hall last night. The approval means that Island Ferries can now start the detailed design work to establish a passenger terminal. The company will take possession of the land in October and will hope to have a ferry service in operation by March 2015.